Why are you running for this seat?
Well, there were two main reasons that I've been running for County Board of Supervisors. Number one is with the completion of Highway 20, the county has done no planning as far as what's going to be done at the end of it, and I think the county needs to work with the cities along the Highway 20 corridor and come up with a corridor plan for the completion of Highway 20. And then the second main reason was the CF Industries is going to start paying property taxes, and I think the county should put 50% of that towards economic development and 50% towards tax relief.
Okay.
All right.
Why do you feel that people should be voting for you?
Well, I feel if you look at my track record over the last 2 terms in the City Council, I've shown that I've kept my word, that I'm honest, that I'm open, that what I say is what I'm going to do, and I think people respect that, and I think that I'm the best choice for the county board.
Now, you had mentioned that some of your goals or your policies are that you're going to attempt to do some development along the Highway 20 corridor. Do you have any plans in mind about what you'd like to do with that?
Well, really, it's a matter of working with the cities along the corridor. I don't want to come from the county standpoint of having this plan and forcing it upon a city if they don't want it. So you really have to work with all those at play and know what's going to come out of it in the end.
Okay. Now, your opponent, Jackie Smith, she's really involved with trying to get a coalition together with the county to raise the minimum wage in Woodbury County. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'd say if you look at my track record and look at how wages have grown in the Sioux City area, because we've done the right things as a government, we've gotten out of the way, we've grown businesses here in Sioux City, and you look at the wage growth in Sioux City, Iowa was #1 in the nation. And we did that through market economics. You create jobs, and employers have to raise wages to get workers. And I think the county can do that as well. And I think, pushing it from the standpoint where it is, it's probably better pushed from the state legislature, or both candidates for president have both said they're planning to raise it anyway. So it may be a moot point in that respect.
Okay. Now, where are you going to be on election day?
Well,
do you know where? Are you going to be at a watch party somewhere? Do you know where in town you're going to be yet?
I haven't determined that yet.
Okay. But is there anything else that you'd like to add?
That covers it.
Okay. Why exactly are you running for re-election again?
Okay, I'd like to break that down maybe into a couple different parts. I'd like to first talk about what I've done the last 8 years. I've been elected 2 times already. And things that I'm proud of are simple things like getting our meetings on YouTube. That was a big step forward at that point in time. When I first came here, we were also getting our packets delivered by the sheriff. So I pushed for getting them electronically and moving us a little bit forward in the area of technology. I also, along with the other supervisors, we did a bridge project, and we held town meetings and talked to the landowners and came to an agreement that we would collect a little extra money from them and repair a whole bunch of bridges. So that was successful too. And then probably the most exciting thing was when CF announced their big expansion. I was chair of the board that year and was able to be in a leadership role, bringing that largest project in the state of Iowa to Woodbury County. So fast forward in the future, I really think we're at a fork in the road. We, for the first time as a county, are going to have income that we've never had in the way of what we call tax increment financing, and that really is the property taxes from CF Industries. So we're faced with the decision, do you do property tax relief, or do you invest in infrastructure and plan to bring new business in? Well, I think we should do a hybrid, which means we need to do a little bit of both. And what is going to be so important is to put together a public-private partnership to identify economic development opportunities to bring businesses. And I would look at the 2 transportation corridors, I-29 and the new Highway 20. So we are going to be faced with what kind of a community we want to build for our kids and our grandkids. And I just have this vision that we would drive in on the interstate or Highway 20 and it looks way different than it does now, and it's vibrant. We have amenities, walking trails throughout the community, and we've already made some progress with that. Browns Lake is thriving, Snyder's Bend, and our parks and recs are being utilized, which they are now, but even improved. So I just think we have a lot to do.
Okay. Why do you feel that people of Woodbury County should be voting for you?
You know, I think they should look at my behavior. And I pride myself on being able to listen and learn and collaborate. And those are just values that I live by. I go to the meetings, I do the homework, and I try to see things from all points of view before I make a decision, because I think that's what we have to do. I have a background in that because I was a speech therapist, and that's part of what you do is you have to listen and then come up with a plan of action. So that's what I do. It comes easily for me, and I think I am the best candidate for this position.
What are some policies that you want to see move forward if you are elected on the board?
I would like to see us develop what is called a TIP policy. Let's go back to that tax increment financing. We need to decide how much we're going to spend of that and what kind of projects. Are we going to buy land? Are we going to build sewers? Are we going to put in water lines? And all of that can be kind of facilitated through a TIF use policy. Perhaps, well, the county could put in 50% for a project, 25%. So we need guidelines. To me, I think that is very important going forward, is a TIP policy.
Okay. Do you happen to know where you will be on election night?
I haven't quite decided. I usually come to the courthouse, so probably be down here.
Do you have anything else that you'd like to add?
When I talk about the fork in the road too, I want to talk about another aspect of what we need to decide as a community, and that is exactly building a community for all people. And I want to back that up by saying that I have worked and pushed a minimum wage study. Hopefully the state will take it up. I know the governor has expressed some interest in it now that you know, counties are taking it on their own to raise it. But if that does not get done this year, I would like to bring that back and get that task force put together. We have some data that shows 1 in 5 workers would see a raise if we raise it to $9 an hour. We know that 25% of those affected are over the age of 40. And by and large, they're women, and they're women raising children. So I think it speaks to lifting up everyone in our community and infusing more capital and income back in, because that wage earner, they don't save that money, they spend it. So it is good for the community, and it helps a lot of people that are not currently being helped.
Right.